name is Kaja Veilleux, and we are doing a private walkthrough tour for all of our clients that can't be here. However, bidding is available by phone, absentee bid, or online with 3 platforms. And now we will start the tour. Lot 2116 on Sunday, part 2 of Summer's Bounty 2, is by Newell Congress Wyeth, famous American painter and illustrator. This is the composition drawing for the last unfinished painting called The First Farmer of the Land. It depicts Washington on horseback overseeing his plantation laborers. This was the cover for the February 1946 issue of the Country Gentleman magazine and was used in its unfinished state after Wyeth's tragic death in 1945 in October, when his car was struck by a train, killing NC and his namesake young grandson instantly. Again, it's lot 2116. It's estimated at 100 to 150,000. You can see the great intensive handling of the face of Washington, and he's keeping notes of his workers and how probably it looks like they're cutting down wheat in the fields. And you can see the estate over here in the far distance, and this would have been his supervisor over here, watching over the laborers. This is his typical NCW signature, which is very clearly marked, and it's in beautiful condition. It was drawn on a naturally tan colored paper, which gives you great depth, and you never have to worry about it fading because it's under museum plexiglass and backing. So it's really ready to go. It's a monumental, important historical piece of NC's work. Lot 2123 is by the well-known James William Beau Bartlett, as he's known, the third. He is from Maine and Georgia, born in 1955, and luckily he's still with us. This painting is titled Barton, 1985, and signed the lower left with his initials. It's a blonde woman dressed in black and a young child seated at her feet. Apparently the subject was the family's nanny. 3 pieces of art on the salmon-colored wall behind are early etchings, housed in mahogany slat frame and gold edge with black liner. The overall size is 89 inches by 63 inches, and it's from the Wolfe Estate in Cape Elizabeth, and it's estimated at 50 to 100,000. A fabulous monumental work by Beau, could possibly exceed that estimate without any problem. You notice the incredible detail over here of this is like a Dutch painting, a 19th century Dutch painting here in the background, and the wonderful way he handled the intensity of the lady. There's a story in our catalog that talking about the woman that Beau was kind enough to give us an interview and talk about both of the major paintings that we have his work. He's a very sought after and hot property right now for collectors around the world, and all the major museums are having pieces that they can afford it in their collections. But this is his little boy. Look at the eyes. He looks like he's in trouble. And the nanny looks like somebody you don't want to mess with. Beautiful condition. Never been out of the family. We took it down from we took it down off the wall of the estate where it's been hanging for all these years. Lot 2124 on Sunday is by James William Beau Bartlett III again, and is titled Tarmen, 1987. This mural-sized oil on linen, marked with his red IGN monogram, lower left, and red pentagon, lower right, titled, signed, and dated on the back of the stretcher, depicting 4 road workers silhouetted against a cityscape in Pennsylvania. The work is 86.5 inches high by 175.5 inches long, which is about 15 feet. A wonderful big painting. This hung in the main hallway of the Wolfe Estate in Palm Beach. This guy is actually bigger than me, which is kind of fun. But a wonderful contrast, the way it's handled. You know, to do a painting of this scale and get the tonal range of the bodies and stuff, and you're immediately drawn to this wonderful orange safety hat right here, and then you go over here and you see the church steeples and the smoke coming from the factories, and the steam coming out of that hot tar bucket on a summer day like it is today in the 90s. And then he did it, and you see the delicate tension wires from the electrical wires or telephone wires coming across from one end to the other. So the composition is quite amazing, but it really is a monumental piece of work. And certainly, for any major collector or collection or museum, this would be a focal point of a collection. This one's lot 2124 and is estimated at $100,000 to $200,000. Should easily accomplish that, the quality and condition of this piece. So on Sunday, lot 2012 is a rare early carousel figure, circa 1900. It depicts a stationary standing lion in the manner of Charles Lowe. In the original old paint outside ring figure, with one side of the saddle is totally jeweled. It has a brass pole and very large inlaid glass eyes with a protruding tongue, 53.5 inches tall and 50.5 inches long, unrestored condition and estimated at $15,000 to $20,000. Now, the great thing about this lion is they're beautiful sculpted on his mane. This is all hand sculpted. A lot of people don't know this, but a lot of the carousel figures, ships figureheads and mastheads and things like that were carved by Jewish immigrants that came over to America at the turn of the century. They were very skilled sculptors and carvers and craftsmen, and they were hired by companies to carve figureheads and carousel figures and stuff. And in that period, they were building carousels like crazy for all the amusement parks and carnivals and things like that. But this one has this beautiful detailed carving all the way down to his chest, halfway down his back, and every little line of this is carved in the mane. And then you have these beautiful big hand-blown glass eyes that are inset perfectly, even with the little red around here, and of course this wonderful little tongue sticking out. It's all carved out of big blocks of wood. This is where the harness would have gone, so the child sitting here would have had a little leather strap to hold onto and the brass pole. We have had him mounted on this beautiful walnut base so he can be stationary as a piece of sculpture in a home. I have many carousel figures myself that I've collected through the years. But look at the work over here. Not only did they hand paint these flowers on the saddle blanket, but the other saddle blanket is fully jeweled. These are all faceted cut glass jewels in multiple colors. Even the strap holding the saddle on is jeweled, which is very unusual, and all the trappings around the back of him is jeweled. But one of the other great details of this thing, it has a African green parrot carved in the curve of the seat with another blown glass eye. Now you can tell this is an outside ring carousel figure because this side is all decorated and totally enhanced with jewels and carving and things, and the inside has less detail. It does have the parrot and some painting, but no jewels, because this side wasn't saw as much as the outside ring. So when it went around on the outside of the carousel, you would see these magnificent outside carousel figures. A lot of times you'll see prancing horses and things. They also can be bigger on the outside ring, and sometimes they graduated them down in size. It was 2 or 3 or 4 figures deep. And this would be, this is called a menagerie figure because it's not a standard carousel horse. Estimated at $10,000 to $15,000. But that's one of my favorite ones that we've ever had to sell. So lot 2106 is by the famous tonalist painter from the early 19th century, Ivanovsky. He is one of the top Russian luminous painters, and you can see from the light coming in the sky onto the water, that is one of the reasons. His paintings were represented in major museums all over the world, and this was in incredible condition in a period Victorian frame. It's Cairo seen from the Nile, sunrise. You'll notice the signature is right here, beautifully written in red, which is his typical signature marks are in red. They have the beautiful light in here coming through. This would have been painted the same period is the American Luminous or Fitzhenry Lane, which had skies like that, with these soft shaded colors coming down to the bright sun setting. This is a massive amount of people on this boat right here, probably disembarking from a larger ship, and you can see all the early buildings in Cairo, the temples and mosques and things like that. And there's some more people here on this tented boat there. Beautiful condition. This one is estimated at 40 to 60,000. Some of his have brought 100 to 300,000, the larger format paintings. But again, a wonderful addition to a collection if you collect luminous paintings and or Russian luminous paintings in particular. Lot 2136 is a monumental canvas by Connie Hayes, contemporary Rockland, Maine painter, one of the leading contemporary artists in the state. Clinging to the Edge is the title, in Stonington, Maine. There's a lot of wonderful paintings of Stonington. Oil on canvas is signed lower left, signed, titled, and dated 2008 with attached exhibition tag. And it was originally priced at $36,500 from the gallery that it was sold. And it is 43.5 by 43.5 inches square in a natural wood shadow box style frame. Right here is her name down in here, Connie Hayes. If you've ever been to Stonington, you'll know these buildings. They're famous buildings from the waterfront. Her use of the color and the shading through here is exquisite. A little person here and these umbrellas for the cafe that's down by the water. All the rickrack granite that they put on the shore to hold the shore together. Old-fashioned van over here. A lot of nice touches to this painting. It was purchased at the gallery and it's been in this lady's collection from the Midwest since it was purchased. We also have 3 of her unusual flower paintings too. As you'll see, those are the same day, and these will be sold sequentially, one right after another, from this collection. On Sunday, lot 2149 is this monumental oil on panel by John Wally. He's a wonderful painter from Damariscotta, Maine, born in 1954. This is called Final Hour. Monumental oil on panel, signed lower right. School of Realism is depicting the colonial clock face with Roman numerals, partially covered by scattered vintage clay marbles. This was sold by Green Hut Gallery several years ago. Original price was $28,000. It's housed in a fatigued black panel frame and measures 54.5 by 43, and it's from the estate of Jean Burridge of Damariscotta, Maine. She was a great patron of his work. The technical skill of this man is almost unmatched in today's world. His ability to do this technical work, especially his graphite pictures, are absolutely amazing, that anyone could have the type of patience and skill to do something of this caliber. This would be a great focal piece on a wall in either an entranceway or in a big space, because it has such impact. If you look closely at this piece, you'll even notice he's even included the chips of the ancient marbles where they've worn away from being shot and playing marbles in the 19th century. The clock detailing is amazing. This is all little tiny brush strokes and carefully laid over to give it the antique look of an ancient clock face, which he probably used as a model, of course. And even this modest frame of black lacquer on a probably birch or maple gives it a real sincere look to the picture, and certainly would be an addition to anyone's collection of this man's work. If you haven't ever collected his work, this is a perfect example to get a major piece in the sale. It's estimated at $10,000 to $15,000. Again, they paid $28,000 for it when it was new in the gallery. These are other pieces by John Wally. This is, believe it or not, this huge pine cone is all done in graphite, pencil, painstakingly, inch by inch by inch by inch, every little granular detail of this piece he did. This is also from the Berridge collection. This is by John Wally, 2003, and lot 2150. And they paid $8,000 for this one when it was purchased. This is from the Berridge estate. And look at this one here, is amazing too. Simple objects turned into fantastic art. An old porcelain or enamel plate with very old 3-tined forks with probably horn handles or ivory handles, how they've shrunk up through 150 years of use. Again, in graphite, every little dot and dash is absolutely perfect. He is absolutely, could be called a precisionist, the style of his work, and beautifully signed. I think this one cost about $7,000 or $8,000. And now you've seen the oil, the graphite, and we have also this spectacular little watercolor by him of the old oil can and a bottle of oil and another old tin, probably a lunch pail, done in watercolor in a simple, again, a very simple walnut frame by John Wally. That's lot 2152. Lot 2154 is by James Edward Fitzgerald. He has worked in Maine, California, Massachusetts from 1899 to 1971. It's called Unfurling the Sail, watercolor on paper, signed lower left in a gold molded frame. This one is very interesting because of the yellow slickers on the men unfurling the sail, signed lower left here, James Fitzgerald, very clearly, nicely matted with a museum mat and a gold metal leaf frame. Fitzgerald's style is so easy to recognize because he has this broad brush strokes, very whimsical, almost cubist feeling to some of his work. There's no other person that paints like him. I've seen many of his works through the years, and you can tell that James Fitzgerald from 100 feet away because of the classic style that he used when he did his paintings. You know, it's interesting here, the black outline and the soft yellow ochre gouache in here, and this dark cobalt and ultramarine blue of the sea. Very simple, classic designs, so a little more technical in style than Milton Avery, but very close in that loose rendition of the subject matter. We'll also be selling lot 2155, one right after the other, of James Fitzgerald's work. This is a wonderful rendition of a surf off of Monhegan, where he was painting most of his pictures that we get. This one is signed right here, James Fitzgerald again. Very classic style. You can feel the wave just swishing around off that rocky coast of Monhegan. A very simple ivory mat with a gold metal leaf frame. So you focus on the picture, not on the casing that's surrounded. And that one is on Sunday also, lot 2155. We have several works of art by Eric Hopkins, Maine and Connecticut, born in 1951, the same year as me. This is called Beach with Beach Roses, watercolor and crayon on paper, signed and titled and dated 3/21/90. It's in a aluminum box form frame and matted under plexiglass. You'll notice his signature is on the rim here, on the outside rim, and the date and the title in his hand. Just a wonderful free form. He's sort of the 21st century Marston Hartley of the art world, very big in Maine and throughout the country. Eric's a really nice guy and very intense personality in the way he does his work. He really has a one-of-a-kind style to his work. It's very recognizable. A lot of his paintings were done from aerial shots that he did when he flew over Maine and New England. That's 2156 and estimated at $4,000 to $6,000. That's on Sunday. We have 5 works by Eric. This one is 2160. It's a study for the atmosphere studies that he's doing. This was done in 2006. And this is a study for this, Bill. Look at this sculpture. This is a blown glass sculpture in satin glass, and it's adaptable, so you could actually put a light underneath of it, lot 2159. And that's by Eric also. Lot 2157 is Big Sun Across the Bay #2, done in 2016 by Eric. And this one is estimated at $5,000 to $7,000. And it's to benefit the United Mid-Coast Charities. He's selling that to benefit the Mid-Coast Charities. And this one up here, lot 2158, these will be sold in a sequential order. This one is called Jutting Point, watercolor and gouache, done in 1997, a nice early piece by him. And that one is estimated at $4,000 to $5,000. Of course, these would be a lot, even more money than that if you bought them in a gallery. Lot 2294 is a rare pair of Hans Wegner lounge chairs. He worked in Denmark from 1914 to 2007. These are a pair of GE 375 oak lounge chairs designed in the 1960s by Wagner, crafted by Gested, Denmark, with original orange seat cushions. The branded mark is beneath the seat, and these came from the estate of David Rockefeller of Northeast Harbor, Maine. So you have a complete back cushion and front cushion to go by that will need to be replicated for one of the chairs. Interesting construction for these, the way they're made. They have a stainless steel fasteners that hold the chair together throughout, and they're in the original surface from the Rockefeller summer cottage. And there's the mark you see right there. That's what you need to see to know that they are the authentic original first version of the chairs. And those are lot 2294, and they are estimated at $3,000 to $4,000 for the pair, and should easily do that. They're a very unusual, rare form to find in the first state, untouched condition. Lot 2297 is another rare Hans Wagner chair. This is a CH25 model chair, lounge chair, crafted by Carl Hansen & Son, Odense, Denmark, with wide flat armrest, tapered legs, and original woven paper cord seat and back. With Carl Hansen & Son, Odense, designed by Hans Wagner, paper label under one arm. Again, from the estate of David Rockefeller from Northeast Harbor, Maine. You can see beautiful condition, and sat in many years, and it has the paper label right under the arm there. This piece on Sunday is lot 2297 and has an estimate of $1,200 to $1,800. Lot 2301 is this really neat sofa by George Nelson for Herman Miller. It's called the Sling Sofa, number 6832. All these pieces of furniture were under the numbers of the design. This mid-century modern leather and chrome sofa, designed by George Nelson, manufactured by Herman Miller. Herman Miller label is attached to sling, and it's 87 inches wide, in original untouched condition. George Nelson sofa is estimated $1,500 to $2,000. Lot 2039 is a very rare English silver presentation centerpiece from with the city of Cork coat of arms, made by Horace Woodward and Company in London in 1894. It has an ornate scroll and shell and floral repoussé decoration. That is this part of the decoration. You see, here's the symbol of Cork. And this is the scroll and floral repoussé. This all has to be hammered out from within the piece of silver as when it's made. An extensive amount of work went into making this piece. It's just phenomenal in its scale and the quality of the workmanship, and still preserved in beautiful condition. Has the hallmarks of the maker and the date and everything else right here, and the presentation right there on the center. So it has a shell and floral repoussé decoration consisting of 3 oval detachable bowls engraved with the City of Cork, Ireland coat of arms and motto in Latin, which transfers to Safe Harbor for Ships, set in a large silver base. The estimate on lot 2039 is $16,000 to $20,000, and deservedly so. That is a fabulous piece of silver craftsmanship. If you ever had to have a fabulous vintage Art Deco and a diamond and emerald bracelet, this would be the one to have. It's 7 rectangular links, each set with 12 brilliant old European cut diamonds, 84 in total, with a total collected weight of 5 carats. The clarity is VS1, which is great. The color is F, which is also great. The diamond link is connected with curved bar formed spacers, 4 of them, each set with rectangular step cut natural Colombian emeralds, 28 in total. The color is medium green, AA plus quality, a total of 5 carats total weight. We found serial numbers of 21159 engraved on the folding locking clasp, which probably means it was made by Cartier or one of the top jewelers. They usually number their pieces. This piece is a lot 2055, is estimated at 20 to 30,000, and I doubt you could find someone to make it today at anywhere near that price. The craftsmanship is superb. Every little piece is hand set, handmade. Probably took days, months to make this piece. The emeralds are superb color. They're undyed natural Colombian emeralds of the finest color and AAA quality. Lot 20049 is an 18 karat gold Maine lobster brooch, a textured surface, and a diamond in his right claw. Beautiful condition. Again, this is from the estate of Rosemary Wolfe in Palm Beach and Cape Elizabeth, Maine. Just one of the many spectacular pieces we found in the vault in her home here in Maine. Every little detail of this fine lobster has the right amount of legs, the tentacles, everything about it. Love the way they textured it so it has even more depth when you look at it. And look at the underside. The quality of the workmanship is fantastic. And this is lot 2049 and estimated at $800 to $1,200. Again, to find a craftsman that could hand make this for that little bit of a money would be almost impossible. Look at this piece. Almost hurts your eyes. It's so spectacular. So lot 2058 is this vintage handmade platinum and iridium brooch in a 3D rolled linen design, set with approximately 700 round brilliant cut diamonds ranging in size from 0.1 to 7. Approximate total diamond weight is 30 carats of diamonds. This exquisite piece, the diamonds are VBS 2 and VBS 1, color D and E. They don't come much better. Platinum on the face and iridium on the back. Handmade and stamped Ambrosi. He is a Italian third-generation jeweler with stores worldwide, estimated at 20 to 30,000 from the Wolfe estate in Cape Elizabeth, Palm Beach again. How they could set the diamonds behind is beyond me. The quality of these diamonds is just absolutely exquisite. And you can wear it this way, you can wear it this way, you can wear it this way. It has all the safety pins on the back so you couldn't lose it. But look at the craftsmanship in this thing. Every little piece is all hand set. Every single diamond, all 700 of them. 30 carats of exquisite D and F color diamonds. Lot 2056, this platinum, emerald, and diamond ring, all handmade, probably around the 1920s, was one of Mrs. Wolfe's favorite pieces. She wore it just about every day. It is set with one natural step cut diamond and one natural step cut Colombian emerald. They weigh approximately 1.39 carats. The diamond is VVS1 color E, which is very good. The emerald is approximately 1.82 carats, clarity with color medium green. And on that piece right there, that is lot 2056. It's estimated at $12,000 to $15,000. I consider these things wearable art form, little miniature sculptures made by experienced and dedicated craftsmen. Lot 257 is a diamond and Savorite 18 karat gold brooch in the form of a grasshopper The body is set with an American natural freshwater pearl, and then the green is our 16 rare green demantoid garnets set in the body and the legs, standing on a branch set with 12 old mine-cut diamonds and a red garnet set in his eye. This lovely piece is lot 2057 from the Wolf Estate and estimated at $4,000 to $5,000. Again, exquisite craftsmanship, probably one of a kind, all handmade. You'll see the beautiful color matched diamonds in here and the savorites with a natural freshwater pearl body to the grasshopper with a garnet or ruby eye. The craftsmanship again, all handmade with a safety clasp on it so you wouldn't lose your little grasshopper. So lot 2061 from the Wolf Estate is a rare blue spinel and diamond ring. This vintage handmade 18 karat gold ring, classic style 4-prong basket setting, set with one oval-shaped natural unheated blue spinel. This stone is so rare we sent it to the GIA and it has a GIA report with it. It's flanked with 2 rectangular shaped step-cut natural diamonds on the side. The spinel is 21 carats. Very rare, colors medium blue with purple secondary color from the Wolf Estate, and this is estimated at $25,000 to $35,000. Size 8. Of course, any ring can be sized. We have a fabulous jeweler that does all of our repairs and appraisals and estimate and ring sizing and things like that. But the color of this thing, when it came out of the vault, when we took this out of the vault, we thought it might be a cashmere blue sapphire, but the natural spinel is extremely rare to find in any size, but in this monumental size, it's unheard of. The spinels are found in Indonesia. It has these beautiful step-cut diamonds on the side. I don't know anyone that wouldn't want this. You'd have the only one like it because there are none of this size. The big stones of this rarity were usually held by, the imperial rulers and kings and queens and things like that. So if you want to be queen for the day, you own this ring and you will be. This is lot 2054, is an 18 karat gold Bulgari bracelet. You see the trademark of the name around the bracelet. Contemporary design, gold hinge bangle form bracelet, 18 karat gold, and a very heavy 35 pennyweight from the estate again, and it's $2,500 to $3,500. Bulgari is a wonderful big name in jewelry from Italy, and you see you push this button and it opens like that. It's all solid, very heavy. Clasp is nice and tight with the safety on the back so you don't lose it, and it has the Bulgari on both sides. And that is estimated at that's lot 2053 at $2,500 to $3,500. So also in the vault from the Wolf Estate, lot 2060 is a beautiful handmade vintage diamond ring set in platinum and iridium engagement ring. Classic style, has a single round brilliant diamond in the center with 2 tapered baguettes on the side, stamped handmade inside the shank. The center stone is 2.95 carats, just shy of 3 carats. VS1 in quality, G color, beautiful stone. It is a size 7 ring and estimated at $30,000 to $40,000. Exquisite, beautiful round diamond. G color is very good. Diamonds start from D, E, F, G and go to the spectrum all the way down to Z, which is not a color you'd want to have because it was almost like a rock. This one is a beautiful, beautiful ring. As you can see, the color bouncing off it. Lovely ring in beautiful condition. Again, from the vault and the Wolf Estate is this lot 2065 is this vintage diamond brooch of a swooping swallow. Handmade in 18 karat and gold and platinum brooch, Swallow in Flight, 3D design set with 162 old mine cut diamonds and a total of 2 carats, total VS1 color FG, again very good quality as you can see from the reflection. Ruby eyes, has a GIA appraisal with it, as all the things do. It's estimated at 8 to 12,000. Again, the craftsmanship in this piece is absolutely amazing. You can just see him taking off in flight. The diamonds are well matched in size and quality. Has his little ruby eye. The back of it, you can see the craftsmanship in the back is all set in brilliant yellow gold with the platinum top, again with a safety clasp so you won't lose them. A wonderful little piece right there at 8 to 12,000 from the Wolf Estate again. Lot 2097 is a beautiful 18 karat gold handmade open face repeater pocket watch by C.H. Malin with 31 jewel movement, 8 adjustments, and this has all recently been serviced and was stored in a safety deposit box for many years. As lot 2097, estimated at 2 to 3,000. But look at when you lift this lever right here, slide lever, you can hear it strikes the nearest time. And these watches like this often were called blindsman watches. They were also good in the night when you wanted to know what time it was. You didn't have to turn on any lights. Anyway, lovely repeater watch right there. About 2097 at $2,000 to $3,000. One of several beautiful wristwatches and pocket watches we have in the sale. This is lot 2084 on Sunday, a very rare table clock by E.F. Caldwell and Company out of New York. This rare gilded bronze shelf clock or mantel clock, early 20th century, with the Clockworks by Chelsea. So it was a collaboration on the case design and the design of the clock, and the movement is by Chelsea from Boston. With gilt bronze latticework surface over green and red enamel case, the round clock head with Roman numerals, time only movement with a hinged back door, engraved E.F. Caldwell, New York. Caldwell things are so collectible right now because the quality of their stuff was absolutely exquisite. And this piece is lot 2084, is estimated at $4,000 to $6,000. This is the wine hole where you'd wind it. It would last for 8 days. And when you turn it to the back, see it shows the movement. It has an escapement like a fine watch. And it's marked here, Caldwell, and marked here, Caldwell. Oh, it's Chelsea Clock Company marked here and Caldwell marked there. What a beautiful, rare clock. This little Art Deco desk or shelf or mantel clock, or desk clock rather. This is by Cartier. It has a 8-day movement, like a watch movement, and it's set in a slab of green jade. And you'll notice how Art Deco designed it. It has black and green enamel. It's set into the silver. Lot 2086. That's a beautiful little clock right there. Lot 2086. That one is on Sunday also. The Cartier Art Deco clock is $2,000 to $2,500. So lot 2293 on Sunday is this wonderful miniature bronze or Marquette type bronze by Henry Spencer Moore, United Kingdom, 1898 to 1986. It's called the Armless Seated Figure, cast in patinaed bronze Marquette after the design of the armless seated figure against a round wall in 1957. This piece includes a wooden base that came with it. It was a gift from Henry Moore directly to B.J.M. Payne, the sculptor's modeler and manager of the Art Bronze Foundry in New York City in the 1960s and 70s. Henry Moore was known for his sort of ergonomic shapes of his sculptures, with as little detail as possible. So the underside of it, you can see it has 2 bronze screws holding the bench the figure is seated on.
And so it was cast in 2 pieces. It has that real nice surface patina all throughout the piece. And so Henry is being sold on Sunday, lot 2293, and is estimated at 25 to 30,000.